I'm going to show you how you can get organised in the new year by making a small desktop calendar for 2022. Let's get started. Okay, so I've got an A4 piece of the rosewood Matastic and we're going to cut that down to the size that we need it. Okay, so we're going to cut it down to 11 inches in the length. And then 4 1/4 wide. We're then going to bring in our adorable scoreboard. And with the cardstock, with the longest piece on this way, we are going to score that in half at 5 1/2. And with the remaining cardstock, we should have enough to make a 4x4 square. So we just need to cut that down to the required size. And bringing our scoreboard back in, we need to score at 1/2 inch, 2 inches, and 3 1/2. So when the scoring is all done, it should look a little bit like this. And then I'm going to use some high-tack tape to adhere this onto my card. Okay, so that will make the ideal base for our card to rest on. Okay, so next we're going to make the mats and layers for the front and back of the calendar. And I've brought in some of our pattern pack. The one that I've chosen to use is the de-stress paper. And I'm going to leave 1/4 inch around the side, so I'm going to trim it to 4 and then 5 1/4. Okay, perfect. So that is the front and back all matted and layered. So the next thing we're going to do is make a little pocket for pens, any loose notes or post-its. So to create the pocket, we need a piece of cardstock that is 5 by 4. So this is already 4 inches, so we're going to cut that down to 5 on the trimmer. And we're going to lay it on the scoreboard and score it at 1/2 inch and 3/4 on 3 sides. Okay, and we're going to take the scissors and snip out the 2 corners. Okay, and then we're going to adhere this onto the front of our calendar, and again we're going to use some high-tack red tape for this. Okay, and then we're just going to fix that onto the front of our card. I've leaned it slightly towards the left-hand side. And just give that a really good press, just to adhere it on really nice and firmly. I'm then going to make another mat and layer for my pocket out of any remaining cardstock that I have, and I'm going to cut that down to 3 1/4 by 3. I'm then going to take my calendar and just using a small piece of double-sided tape, I'm going to adhere that onto the front as well. I've stapled all of the months together so that when you are finished with it, you can just easily tear them off. And then I'm going to bring in my Hunky Dory exclusive die just for a bit of extra embellishment. So I've already die cut it out of the rosewood Matte-tastic. So I'm going to add that onto my card now. So I'm going to take some white craft glue. A really good firm press to make sure it's adhered. And finally, I'm going to embellish with some shimmer gemstones. And there is my calendar all finished and ready to pop onto your desk or in your craft room.